When someone hurts you, the first impulse is to strike back. You want to prove they're wrong. You want them to feel the same pain you felt, but that's the trap. The moment you react, you hand them control over your mood. Stoicism doesn't teach you to be cold. It teaches you to be free. Free from the need to explain. Free from anger. Free from letting another person decide how heavy your day will feel. And that's why the strongest power move after they hurt you isn't revenge. It's doing the one thing they can't stand, becoming someone they can no longer reach. You take your control back. Here's the shift most people never make. The real injury isn't what they did. It's what you keep doing afterward and replaying the moment, writing imaginary comebacks and checking if they care. That's not healing. That's a leash. A Stoic understands this. Your pain becomes their power only when you keep feeding it with attention. So the goal is not to win the argument. The goal is to remove yourself from the arena. Because the moment you stop reacting, you stop bleeding in public, and that's when you become dangerous, quiet, clear, and untouchable. 1. Stop reacting. The first power move is brutal because it feels like you're letting them get away with it, but you're not. You're refusing to give them your nervous system. Do not respond while your emotions are loud. Not in 5 minutes, not in the next message, not in the heat of the story you're telling yourself. A Stoic pauses because he knows anger is not strength. It's a leak. Silence is not surrender. It's a reset. It gives you distance, and distance gives you accuracy. And accuracy is what separates control from chaos. If you must do something, do this. Breathe, step away, and delay your reply. Time is the shield that keeps you from becoming the version of yourself you'll regret. 2. Name the wound. Most people don't suffer because of what happened. They suffer because they can't explain it to themselves. So they chase closure from the same person who caused the damage. A Stoic does the opposite. He names the wound privately, without drama, without exaggeration, without begging for answers. Ask yourself, what exactly hurt? Was it disrespect, betrayal, being ignored, feeling replaceable? The clearer you are, the less you spiral. Because vague pain becomes obsession. Clear pain becomes a lesson, and once you name it, you can see the real task, not punishing them, but protecting your standards. If someone violated your dignity, your job isn't to scream. Your job is to upgrade your boundaries. The moment you stop needing their explanation, you regain your power. 3. Remove access. If someone hurt you once, they don't automatically deserve another chance to enter your mind every day. That's the mistake most people make. They keep the door open, then act surprised when the same energy walks back in. A Stoic removes access without announcement. No long speeches, no dramatic exits, just a quiet change in availability. You stop replying instantly. You stop sharing your plans. You stop giving them emotional updates. You stop offering your attention like it's free. Because attention is currency. And when you keep paying someone who disrespected you, you train them to believe you'll always come back. This is the power move. You don't fight them. You simply lower their privileges. And when they realize they can't reach you the way they used to, that's when the real consequences begin. 4. Let silence do the work. Most people talk too much when they're hurt. They explain, they justify, they argue that the right words will repair the disrespect. But every extra sentence is another rope you hand to the person who already pulled you down. A Stoic lets silence do what arguments never can: expose intentions. When you stop reacting, you stop giving them a stage. You stop making their behavior the center of your life. And that emptiness forces truth to appear. Either they step up with accountability, or they disappear because they only wanted control. Silence is not passive. It's strategic. It protects your dignity while denying them the emotional fuel they came for. Some people don't change when you confront them. They change when they lose access to you. And silence is the cleanest way to make that happen. 5. Upgrade your life. Here's the final power move, and it's the one that ends the story. You grow so much that their damage can't follow you. Most people try to move on emotionally. A Stoic moves on structurally. He builds a life that doesn't depend on their approval, their apology, or their attention. You turn pain into discipline. You train. You sleep better. You learn. You work. You tighten your standards. You rebuild your self-respect in daily actions. So even if they never regret it, you still win. Because the best revenge isn't making them suffer. It's becoming someone who no longer needs them to understand what they did. When they look back, they won't see a person still arguing. They'll see a person who leveled up, quietly. And that silence, paired with progress, is what makes you untouchable. The strongest power move after they hurt you isn't a comeback. It's control. Control over your mouth, your attention, your emotions, and your access. You don't need to prove you are right. You don't need to punish them with words. You don't need to chase closure from someone who showed you their character. A Stoic takes the lesson, sets the boundary, and walks forward, clean. So remember this: if they can provoke you, they can control you. But the moment you stop reacting, you break the chain. And when you upgrade your life instead of your anger, you become the kind of person they can't reach anymore. If this hit you, subscribe for more Stoic motivation. And next time someone tries to pull you into chaos, choose the power move: silence, standards, and progress.